Hey everybody, good Wednesday morning to you. Eddie William Sellers coming to you, sitting out here in his garden this morning. It's about 8 o'clock here this morning in Atlanta, and it's going to be a hot, sweltering day. It's good to be alive this morning. First off, start with that. It's just good to be alive today, and because none of us is promised any day. So anyhow, we already got that on our side this morning. So the morning post this morning is some days I feel political. But not always. Some days I feel spiritual, but not always. Some days I feel calm and peaceful. Some days I seem to be agitated easily. Some days I worry, although I've heard all my life, worrying does nobody no good. George and I made a late run to Home Depot late last night, late 9 o'clock in the evening, to get more wood. Even at 9 at night, the heavy heat still fills the air. Riding around 285 with the windows down and the air conditioning on, the evening still feels a little bit wonderful. I had to stop writing this morning long enough to go out front and feed Marvin. He was calling for his morning hello. I guess he is Marvin. He may be a she. But to me, everything needs a name. So he will be Marvin to me until I find out if he, she, they, them has a name. All of those people in Texas died horrible deaths when technology is so easily available now. And all of the excuses about how it happened, and there was no way to prevent it. I watched the news conference of the governor of Texas, and all he did was praise Donald Trump for being so great during all of this. It seemed ridiculous and sad. For an old guy, me, I love technology. All my bill paying is online. All of my banking, health visits can even be an online visit now. Alerts that tornadoes are in the area blare out the phone. We run to the basement. All of the blueprint shop work is mostly online stuff. 95% of all the invoices at the shop are paid online, and I get a notice each time one is paid. I love this new world we live in now. Why did almost 200 people or more, time the final numbers come in, have to be swept away to their death? What a horrible way to die. When alerts and technology is so easy now. And yet, politicians and MAGA, a lot of the MAGA people proclaim, alerts wouldn't have mattered in this case. Y'all just making it political. Politics costs lives. That is bad politics. Politics matters. That's why so many of us speak out, speak up, march, protest, are involved in politics. Politics saves lives. Politics saves the country. Ava and I had dinner at Mescalitos in Grant Park yesterday afternoon. It was my first meal in almost 2 days. Food is something we take for granted most of the time. It was harder for me to sleep on an empty stomach. Food makes me cuddle up and want to sleep. Sammy used to say anytime we would go out to eat, especially if we stopped somewhere like a Cracker Barrel and really throw down on some meatloaf and mashed potatoes and all that stuff, Sammy would always say, Lord, I need to go lay my body down. That just big old glass of sweet tea to push it down with. Yeah. Some days I wonder, what if I run out of money? What if I'm just broke? What if I can't even come up with thousands of dollars every year to pay the property taxes? What if the shop goes under? What if my surgery next month doesn't go right? They require now a full health check with EKG and labs and all kind of paperwork now before they will put me under. Something about at my age, it gets a little riskier. I wish they'd quit worrying about my age so much. You have to jump through some extra hoops if you're lucky enough to live to this age. um, then most days I flow in light. That lets me know everything will be all right. That life is good. That good things will happen. When I was worried about the floors needing to be torn out at Key Roadhouse yesterday, we started tearing out floors, y'all. We got to pull up all the floor joists, build new seals around the whole, down the whole front of the house. Got to build a wall to hold up the roof while we replace all that to keep the roof from falling in. But anyhow, when I was so worried about all that yesterday, and I'm like, God almighty, this is awful. This is going to take all summer and yada, yada, yada. I saw on Facebook where a buddy of mine is dealing with his husband going through the last months of glioblastoma, an aggressive brain cancer that John died of, Javita Moore died of. And it reminded me, the floors are nothing, y'all. The having to tear all that out and take all summer and build it all, nothing. Life sends us reminders, sends us notices, sends us wake-up calls. A lot of times, God can speak to us through a Facebook post. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Love y'all. Today, I am going to enjoy this day, even as I go over here to crawl around under them floors at the Key Roadhouse. I will enjoy this hot, sweltering day in Georgia. The picture over on my Facebook page, some of y'all come over and join me, is Martin. He enjoyed this little bit of food this morning. He's kind of my buddy now. Just like you kind of my buddy now. See y'all.